Ooh, it's so cold, y'all. I'm back in the bed. Oh, Lord, I'm sneezing. Hello, my beloveds, y'all. We're going to get into this story time. First of all, we're going to give glory and honor to God. We're going to thank God for another day. Y'all, excuse me, it's cold. Whew, we're going to give glory and honor to God, the one that gives us life and strength, and that we thank God for another day. I want to talk about the grasshopper story. Oh, Lord, y'all, it is cold here. But let's get into this story. Yeah, I was on my way home from college. I hope y'all can hear me. My voice trying to go out, but the devil is rebuked. I was on my way home from college, and my dad always told us, don't never stop on the road. He said, no matter what, don't stop on the road. If you do have to stop because of a flat tire, then you pull over to a gas station. So, we girls, even my brother too. Ooh, y'all, excuse me, it is cold. I'm about to sneeze. I'm going to try not to. But my dad always told us children and my mom, don't stop on the road. If you do, go to a well-lit place. Go to a gas station. Don't stop on the side of the road, whatever you do. And y'all, one time I had left home from my parents. And by the grace of God, yeah, I was driving. And I got about halfway there. Hello, everyone. I got about halfway back to college, y'all. And y'all, I looked up in my rear view, like if you look up to see if somebody behind you, but y'all up in the back seat, not the back seat, but in that very back part by your window, y'all, I had a 5-inch grasshopper sitting up in the back of my car. Now, anytime we would go home for college, hello everyone. Anytime I would get home from college, my father would service our cars. So he would wash the cars, do the oil change, park the car in the tree with the window down. So I'm headed on back to college, y'all. And God was with me. God was with me because, first of all, I drove about a good 35 miles not knowing the grasshopper. Yeah, the grasshopper was about 5 inches long or bigger. It was giant. And I know God was with me because God didn't even let me see that grasshopper for that first 35 miles or so. And then finally, you know how you just glance up, looking up, doing your driver safety stuff or whatever, casual. Y'all, that grasshopper was up in the back of that car in that window. And I said, oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all, the grasshopper was so big. I want to say more than 5 inches. You know, I'm from the country. So where I'm from, everything is bigger. Y'all, I said, oh my God, Lord, if this thing fly, I'm going to lose control of this car. You know, my dad and mom had always said, whatever you do not pull over on the side of the road. Y'all, I was praying that this grasshopper did not jump. And I said, Lord, I'm fixing to have to violate the rules. I said, because if this grasshopper fly, I'm going to lose control of this car. Y'all, I violated the rule and I pulled over to the side of the road. I pulled over to the side of the road and I got out of the car and I stood away from the car, hoping that the grasshopper might jump out, but he didn't. And y'all, after about 20 minutes, then these guys pulled up. 2 guys. And I thought about what my dad had said and my mom. Never pull over to the side of the road. You always go to a gas station. Don't ever just pull over. But y'all, I had to do it. Because I was scared with that old grasshopper in there. The 2 guys pulled up, looked at me, and they said, what's going on? And I just said, there's a grasshopper in my car. And the one guy looked at the other guy, and they started laughing. And I said, oh, Lord have mercy, God, what have I done? My daddy told me don't never stop on the side of the road. Y'all, the 2 guys laughed. One looked at the other. One went and peeped up in the car, saw the grasshopper, and then started laughing again and looked at me. And I'm just standing out here like, my daddy told me don't stop on the side of the road. My God, it's either the grasshopper or these 2 men. And I was 17 at the time. One of those guys went up in my car, got the grasshopper out, but then he took the grasshopper and brought it up to me. And I started shaking, y'all. He brought it up to me like the grasshopper was a friendly bird or something. And he brought the grasshopper up to me. And I'm sitting up here like, Lord have mercy. Should I have just stayed on in the car with the grasshopper? And the guy brought the grasshopper up to me, and then he said, nothing to be afraid of. Where are you going? I said, I'm heading to college, back to college. He said, okay, be careful out here. And him and his friend went and got back in their truck. Y'all, I've been so thankful and grateful to God because that could have gone a lot of different ways. When people see young ladies out on the road, and back at that time, where I'm from, you got to be careful traveling up and down the road. And by the grace of God, I never told my parents that I had stopped on the side of the road that day. But I had to because of that grasshopper. And then it was like my destiny was the grasshopper. If the grasshopper would have started flying, I would have lost control of the car, had a car wreck. Or if those young guys would have done something to me because I was all by myself. You see, God is good and He goes before us. He carries us and He stays with us. God is so good. I'm thankful for the grasshopper in the car. Number one, I should have listened to my parents, but I'm thankful and grateful that the Lord showed me that He was with me. I could have come to my demise either way. Grasshopper in the car had a wreck, or the two men that stopped to help me could have hurt me. Back in a time when we didn't have no cell phones, y'all. You was just out there on the road. So thankful to God. God has always been with me. Always. Goes before, carries, and stays with. Thankful and grateful. And I hope you listen to this story. And just know that no matter what, even if you make the wrong turns or if something happens to you naturally, just know that God is there with you. Like God was there with me with the grasshopper in the car. Just know God is with you. Y'all, I'm about to lose my voice. I'm fixing to go make some ginger and lemon tea. But I'll be back. Come back with me. I want to talk to you about some other stuff. Come back with me.